In this VTScada tutorial, we'll be showing you how to connect to an Allen Bradley PLC using the CIP protocol with the provided AB CIP driver demo snapshot that we have available on our website. Now, if you want to follow along with this, you'll have to have VTScada or VTScada Lite, the free version of our software, installed and running. You also have to have the AB CIP driver demo snapshot file downloaded, as well as an Allen Bradley PLC set up to use the CIP protocol. Now, to start things off, we're just going to double click on the CIP driver demo snapshot file. And you see that it's been added to the VTScada application manager. To launch this, we simply double click the file. Now, this demo application has some tags pre-configured in it just to make life go a little bit quicker for getting connected to a PLC. If you want to learn a little bit more, you could click on one of our tutorial sets that will walk you through basically creating tags and also building applications for VTScada and VTScada Lite. Now that we've got our application running, you see that the HMI has an analog display here. We've got a historian display, and we've also got a discrete toggle as well as a discrete indicator. So we've also got some PLC connection stuff here, but you can see that we're currently disconnected from our PLC. So what I'm going to do is walk you through just really quickly getting connected to a PLC, and if you want to follow up with other videos, we'll provide links to those. Also, if you need the files or VTScada Lite that are used in this video, please see the description and we'll try to provide some links there. So to start, we're just going to bring up the VTScada tag browser, which is right here, and we're going to go to our driver port, which has already been added for you in this demo application. So simply go into the properties, go to the connections tab, and put in the IP address for your Allen Bradley PLC. In my case, and in the port here, it's important to note that if you click into the port box, you can simply press F1 and then you'll be given a list of common ports for different PLCs. So in my case, I know that it's a ControlLogix. I'm going to copy that and simply paste it in here. Click OK, and then you'll see that we're already connected to our PLC. My connection status is connected, and if I click List Identify, we can get a bunch of information on our PLC. So next, let's work to add some of our analog and discrete inputs and outputs. So what I'm going to do is go into my driver right here, and I'm going to click into a coil status, which is currently linked to this indicator. And I'm just going to go into the properties, to the I/O. You see a bit 0 and a bit 1 address. The bit 1 address is only for 4-state discretes. Typically, you'll just be dealing with the bit 0 address, and you can leave bit 1 blank. So I'm just going to click tags, and now I've got a tag library from my PLC. In this case, I'm just going to simply grab coil 0, link that in here. I could set up an alarm or do other things with this, but we're not going to do that in today's tutorial. I'm just going to simply click OK. You see I've updated with address coil 0, and that coil has a value of 1, so my indicators come on. Now let's link a selector switch to the same address so that we can toggle this coil on and off. Just going to go into the properties. This time I'm going to go into the positions tab, and you see that I've got 2 positions set up here, one for my 0 and 1, and again the output is a 0 or a 1. So in the address, we're going to click this here, grab coil 0 again, say OK, OK. Now you see coil 0 selected, it's in the off position, but we haven't actually written anything out yet, and we haven't set up any feedback. So now if we toggle, we can see that the on and 1 and off and 0. So now let's set up our PLC analog register. Now the analogs have a little bit more involved in them. Linking it to an address is still relatively simple. We simply just click here. I'm just going to grab any analog, and you can see I've got a scan interval. All of the tags will have scan intervals. So this one is for once per second. And you can see that I can set up scaling and other things. So I'm going to say that 0 to 100 in the value coming from the PLC is going to be scaled 1 to 1 as 0 to 100 here. And my low value of 0 and my high value, I'm just going to say 100. And the units that are coming in, for the sake of changing it, let's just change this to feet. Okay, so now you see that we've received a value of 50 from the PLC for that address, and now we're indicating that here. You can see that we've actually scaled this from 0 to 100, and we've put in our units of feet. So another neat thing is that I can simply just click into here if I want to trend some of these values. So I'll bring this trend down to something a little bit lower, and I'm also going to change the scaling on this to something that puts it more centered. So if I wanted to, I could even add in here my discrete, and now you can see as I turn it on and off, the values are showing here in this logger. So I didn't have to do anything to attach logging to my addresses here. That's something that VTScada automatically does with a digital status, an analog status, selector switch, and various tags. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Say if you'd like to learn a little bit more about drawing widgets and changing this application, then please click one of the links to see some of our other tutorial videos that go a little bit more into depth into how to use the Idea Studio and how to create and link tags.